I'm ranking 10 different sunblocks I've personally used and putting them into a tier list. Let's go. These sunblocks are just a couple that I've tried, but I've used so many sunblocks.
I've been applying sunblock literally every day since 13 or 12. So it's been quite a few years. I've got some favorites and ones I don't like. I think some of them might be surprising.
Go in a random order. These are all going to be my own opinions. And because everyone's skin type is really different, some that I say are good might not work well for yours, while some that I say are bad might work well for your skin. I think let's just start with some of the ones I have here with me right now. Starting off with the Skin Aqua Tone Up Sunblock. This is a Japanese sunblock, really popular in Japan, I'd say. When I was in Japan, they had a lot of these everywhere, and it's a pretty cheap sunblock. The point of the range is to have different colors to like tone up your skin, if you know anything about color theory. So this green will cancel out red on your skin. They have a purple and an orange one, I believe. I've tried the purple and this is the green one. So this is the texture on my skin. So the pros about this sunblock I would definitely say is it's pretty cheap. Disclaimer, all the prices are going to be in New Zealand dollars. This one is $20 for 80 grams. Definitely going to be cheaper in Japan. This is one of the most affordable sunblocks on the tier list. So it's got good wear, it's hydrating, a bit of a strong scent, which is definitely a con. And I found that it does pill with makeup, which is also a con. But other than that, I really like this, and this was one of my dailies for a year. And obviously it's SPF 50+++, which is pretty good sun protection, and it's made in Japan. So overall, I put this in A tier. It's like pretty solid, but because it pills under my makeup and it has a strong scent to it, I had to put this in A tier and not S tier. But I think a lot of people like this. It's really solid. Next, out of the ones I have here, we have Bondi Sands Broad Spectrum SPF 50. This is actually a body sunblock, but obviously you can use this on your face. This is an Australian sunblock. Different countries have different regulations for sunblock. Australia has one of the best in the world because they have a crazy sun. You will get burnt the second you step out. So Australians take the sunblock really seriously. But this is definitely my favorite sunblock I've used for your whole body. I feel like it's like a pretty decent price. Put it up on the screen. The only thing is it does leave a bit of a residue, but other than that, it's like a pretty solid sunblock. It does leave like the slightest white cast, but it's definitely better than a lot I've seen out there. And it does leave me feeling really hydrated, and it does leave me a bit shiny or dewy. But this is my go-to when I go to the beach, and I definitely recommend this. So I think this is a solid B tier because it does have that classic sunblock smell. Our first spray sunblock on the list, and our only one as well. I hate this, guys.
Sucks. Don't buy this. I was really excited to use this because I really did like the Skin Aqua Tone Up line, but this one is nowhere near as good as the liquid sunblock. This is the Skin Aqua Tone Up UV spray in purple, and this is like the worst spray sunblock I've ever used.
Do not buy this.
I believe I've like bought this. I was so disappointed by this, guys.
Putting this at C tier. Okay, next I'm gonna talk about one of the sunblocks that I don't have with me right now, but it's the Kbeauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice Plus Probiotics. I'm sure you've guys seen this everywhere on like TikTok and Instagram. It was really popular for a while. One of the classic like Korean sunblocks, I'd say. It's pretty good. It feels really moisturizing, leaves my skin like dewy and glowy. It's got really nice consistency. I remember I don't do like 2 tubes of it, but I would say it is like one of the sunscreens that have a stronger sunblock smell. I feel like there's just some things that I feel like I could improve on, but overall I'd give this like a solid A tier. It's like just one of the classic ones you can't go wrong with. It's almost an S tier. Next is another really popular Korean sunblock. It's the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella
Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum.
I really like this, especially the applicator. Most sunblock packaging is like this, but the Skin 1004, You just pump it out, and it's so convenient. That was the one thing I like about them the most. And also the sunblock itself is also really good. No complaints with it as well. Wears great under makeup, very hydrating, and the scent isn't strong. Because the packaging is so good, I have to put on S tier, guys. So Skin 104, our first S tier. Definitely get that one if you're getting into Korean sunblocks. It's so worth it. The next sunblock is the Innis Hyaluronic Acid Airy Sunstick. Guys, I don't know how people can use sunsticks. I hate every sunstick I've tried, I'm not gonna lie. All of them suck, but this one was probably the worst one I've tried. I hate the texture of it. When you put it down on your skin, I remember it left it feeling like really weird, and I don't understand how people can use it on top of their makeup without it like smudging. I feel like a sunstick would smudge your makeup more than just putting on a normal liquid sunblock or like a spray, but I just really hated it. And also it's really expensive. It's $37 for like a tiny ass sunstick. I don't like it. I put it in C tier. I think just avoid all sunsticks in general. They all suck. Next is a cult classic as well. La Roche Posay Anthelios Invisible Fluid. I remember I used the La Roche sunblock for years before I started using like Korean and Japanese sunblock, and it was good. It was a pretty decent sunblock because that was one of the only good sunblocks I've ever tried. But after trying Asian ones, like I just realized it wasn't that great. If you haven't tried any other sunblock, I would say that one is like one of the best European sunblocks. I thought the texture is just too thin and watery. Like I feel like you can't get a really good coverage with it. And also it's got that sunblock smell, but I feel like La Roche Invisible Fluid is a bit outdated now. Like there's just so many better sunblocks out there for like a similar price range. It's coming in at $30 for 50 ml, which is a little bit expensive. So I'm putting this at B tier. Next, I will talk about this sunblock I have with me right now. This is my current daily sunblock. This is Anessa Perfect UV Sunscreen Skincare Gel. This one is 90 grams. This is also a Japanese sunblock, and it's really famous and popular in Japan for a reason. At first, I honestly didn't really like this sunblock because it's a bit different to any other I've used before. It feels like almost oily going on my skin at first, but then it's actually really hydrating. It's such a nice hydrating sunblock, and it's so great for winter. It definitely leaves my skin really dewy, and it wears really great under makeup. Like I've had no issues with it, and this is one of the most hydrating sunblocks I've like ever tried. It also comes in a purple one. This is definitely one of the most expensive sunblocks I've tried. I've seen it ranging from $35 to $50 for one of these bottles, but I did buy this in Japan, so it's obviously cheaper. But this is popular for a reason. It doesn't feel like you're wearing sunblock once you apply it and let it dry. It does have a little bit of a scent, but I've found that it like goes away really quickly once it dries. I might be a bit biased. I put this in S tier because it's my daily, and I do think it's so hydrating and great for people with pretty dry skin. I guess if you have oily skin, this won't be great for you. Totally check this out if you're in Japan and you want to splurge on sunblock. Next is a sunblock that not many of you have probably heard about, but it was like one of the first Korean sunblocks I ever tried. I remember I walked into the Korean makeup shop and I asked for like a sunblock recommendation. At that time I was like 14 maybe, and I had so much acne. The lady recommended me one that wouldn't give me as much acne apparently, and it's the Missha All Around Safe Sunblock Aqua Sun. This like left me kind of traumatized, not gonna lie.
I would wear this every morning before school starts, and then sometimes my friends would be like, why is your face so white? And I was like, what? So I would realize, oh, it's my sunblock leaving a white cast. And that just left me like so insecure about whether I had a white cast or not. I was making sure, I was checking the mirror every day, making sure I didn't accidentally forget to rub some sunblock on.
It was my first experience with like Asian sunblocks. It just kind of sucked because it was leaving such a crazy white cast, and like my friends would tell me my skin looked really weird from it. I put this in like C tier. It was like an okay sunblock. It's just the white cast was bad, and I think not many people are using that sunblock anymore. It's $22 for 50ml, which is like an okay price. Yeah, my main issue I remember with it was the white cast. So for that, I'm putting Missha in C tier. And this is the final tier list. Put in the comments if you disagree or agree with me. Bye!